Yes, up front we have Nic Fink, who won the men's 200-meter breaststroke this evening, and I'm also joined by Bobby Finke, who won the 800-meter freestyle this evening. So, welcome, gentlemen. And we will open it up to the room for questions.
Hey Nick, in the mix zone you were talking about breaststroke being an old man's event.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate, please?
Yeah, I mean, let's see, I know, 2012, it was Hansen, Chanteau, Burkle, it's like, and then the next year I guess was kind of a younger year, like my age, but then, we kept swimming fast and it's more people my age this year, so yeah, I think, the young kids like to come and take our stuff, but the old people kind of can fight them off a little bit longer, I think, in the breaststroke. Like Bobby's, youngster in the 800, and for breaststroke, I think it's a little more. I don't know. We've been around the block, we've experienced a lot, and I think that really pays off for our events.
Question for Bobby. We've made a big deal about the 1500 for women going into the Olympics, but you have the 800 for men going in, and I was wondering, do you see that as your natural best event, or have you had to adjust somehow your training and your mindset?
I've kind of have always done the 800 like throughout the years. My training didn't really change. The 1500 still I consider my best event. So I'm looking forward to that on Saturday and potentially Sunday, but nothing really changed through training or anything.
Nick, sometime before this meet, you talked about how you could kind of envision every possible outcome for yourself, making a team, not making a team. And I'm wondering how you saw that play out, when you actually got to the meet and over the course of the week, especially with getting third in the 100 and then tonight obviously winning and making the team.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the biggest reasons that I, kind of spun my wheels in 2016 and had a pretty poor meet was because I, envisioned myself winning, and there was no other, not winning, but making the team. There was no other options, and if there were, then, I wouldn't even consider it. I wouldn't put any stock into it, and, the reality is that this is a really fast meet, and there's a lot of fast people here, and if you, put the entirety of your career on one meet, then, it kind of nullifies everything else that you do. So I think, it was a lot more fun this time around, a lot less stressful, knowing that I was going to be happy either way. If my hard work made it so that I could make the team, great. If not, then, it was an awesome experience to be here, like it was in 16, and seeing my friends make the team, seeing my teammates make the team, seeing cousin Bobby make the team would have been worth it. But making the team myself is also a lot of fun.
And I guess a follow-up to that, especially in the past couple of years, there have been a lot of other things that are kind of new to swimming, ISL, a pandemic, and so has that helped with kind of giving you perspective on this not being just the one focus meet?
Yeah, I think especially coming out of college, it was my first year as a pro, and it's a little bit different when that's what is helping pay the bills. It's what's what you do for a living at that point. So it added, I don't want to say more stress, but there was definitely more significance to all of that, and I think making the team was something I really wanted, but I've learned to kind of contextualize it a little bit, and there's plenty of successful swimmers that never make the Olympic team. There's plenty of successful swimmers that ended up in a final here just short, and they go on to do other things, and I didn't really understand that in 2016, and I was more at peace with my career and stuff like that, and now, and I think being more relaxed helped me so much to kind of have fun and enjoy it.
Another question for Nick. It's hard for a lot of us to imagine the margin that you missed second place by in the 100 breasts, the 100 breasts.
Yeah.
When you're talking about 100ths of a second missing out on the team, what's what goes through your mind? Do you almost wish you had missed it by 3 seconds or 5/10 or not made the final at that point? Can you just take us through what goes through your head?
Yeah, I mean, quite frankly, I'd rather slip on the blocks than get out touched like that. And I won't necessarily show you, but I didn't cut my fingernails between then and now. So yeah, I mean, this is a fast meet. It's gonna come down to tenths and hundredths, and the thing is it wouldn't be any different out in Tokyo. That's gonna be just as fast, if not faster, and tenths and hundredths mean everything out there. So those guys who made it, they earned it, and yeah, it was a tough pill to swallow, but I learned from it, and I didn't want to make the same mistakes I made in that race in the 200, and I think I think USA Swimming staff will be a little bit relaxed knowing that they have a third 100 breaststroker if the need arises, who can do a relay or something if they need me to. So, but yeah, I mean, those guys swam a great final, and they deserve it.
Huge honor to represent them. Right now, I think it's just a mile left for freestyles, or 50 free as well. So I think it'd be pretty cool if we could all get the freestyles. It's something we look forward to. We talked about even on like the NCAA level. So I'm just excited for what's to come for all of us, and even my teammates who are just going best times here and proving to everyone that they can do things special.
Take one last one.
Bobby, were you at trials in 16?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, can you compare the two meets just emotionally, where you're at and how you've moved through the meets?
I think in 2016 I was actually more stressed than I was here, but that's because I made the final in the 1500 and I didn't want to get last because I felt like I'd be slowing down the meet. So, but that didn't happen. I got 7th. Yeah, I'm more relaxed here, definitely more stressed back then just for that.